Manever I say ma Pendream TV. Pendream TV there, I see them yopo.
Yes, minority leader. Marshal, do the appropriate thing. You are not supposed to have cameramen here without permission. Yes, minority leader. Minority leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to congratulate our colleague, the Honorable James Gyakye Quayson, on his re-election and to welcome him back to the House of Parliament where he rightly belongs. Mr. Speaker, his success in the by-election represents a victory for our democracy and a clear evidence of the savviness of the Ghanaian electorate. Right Honorable Speaker, the Assin North constituency witnessed, unfortunately, a sudden outburst of new, unplanned and unbudgeted projects, including the distribution of cash amid a major economic crisis of our lifetime. So, Speaker, all this was to influence voters. Immediately, Honorable James Gyakye Quayson's election was declared null and void and of no legal effect by the Supreme Court of Ghana. The Speaker, the good people of Assin North, however, demonstrated their mandate cannot be bought by virtual projects or cash. Right Honorable Speaker, on the 7th of December 2020, the good people of Assin North expressed their mandate freely and elected Mr. James Gyakye Quayson to represent them in the House. Sadly, on the 6th of January 2021, every effort has been made by proxies of government to prevent Mr. Quayson from representing his people, including injuncting him from functioning as a member of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, and this lasted for almost 14 months until the Supreme Court finally made their pronouncement. Right Honorable Speaker, when these machinations by proxies of government failed to break the resolve of Mr. Quayson, the government then took up the challenge frontally and instituted a criminal charge against him, with the Attorney General virtually urging the High Court to hear the matter on a daily basis, all to prevent Mr. Quayson from campaigning for re-election. Mr. Speaker, the President even went further by calling on voters of Assin North not to vote for Mr. Quayson because he was jail-bound. Mr. Speaker, the President was certain and categorical when he said, "Don't vote for someone who will end up in jail." Right Honorable Speaker, this singular categorical statement from His Excellency the President is not only prejudicial, but Mr. Speaker, it is a threat to fair trial and justice, and therefore undermines the judicial system, which is indeed the anchor of our democracy. Right Honorable Speaker, all these machinations did not deter nor weaken Mr. Quayson's resolve. Indeed, he continued to serve his people and believed in his vision. Mr. Speaker, it was therefore not surprising that the good people of Asin North reaffirmed their confidence in him at the just ended election on the 27th of June 2023. With a wider margin, Mr. Speaker, they voted massively for him and he obtained a whopping 57.56% of the valid vote cast. Mr. Speaker, the people of Asin North have sent a clear message to all politicians, Mr. Speaker, and the government of the day in particular, that they cannot be hoodwinked by sharing of money, nor be intimidated by threats. It is the same message that Ghanaians are sending to all of us, that in the year 2024, they will exercise their franchise based on their conscience, and no amount of tricks nor threat will dissuade them from voting out the administration that we are witnessing. So, Speaker, Ghanaians are really appalled by the abysmal economic mismanagement, poor governance, and increasing level of corruption, leading to unprecedented economic hardship being experienced by the people of Ghana. So, Speaker, the time has come for us as politicians, and rightly so, the political class, to have a rethink about the worsening monetization of our elections and its negative impact on our democracy. Right Honorable Speaker, I must commend our colleague, Mr. Quayson, for his courage and resilient spirit. He has prevailed in the face of persecution. I am aware that today he is due to appear in court, the Speaker, to defend the trump-up charges against him. My message to him is to take solace in the good book, in Deuteronomy 31:6, which says, the Speaker, do not be afraid or terrified because of them. The Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. The Speaker, I wish to serve notice. The Speaker, I wish to serve notice that the entire minority group will accompany our colleague to court today and any other day that he is to appear in court. Mr. Speaker, we are solidarizing with our colleague and we will not participate in the business of the House anytime our colleague is in court, and we will be withdrawing from the chamber after this ceremony if the court processes indeed happens today. So, Speaker, amid persecution, cooperation will certainly suffer. So, Speaker, a word to a wise is in Asin North. A word to a wise is in Asin North. So, Speaker, let me use this opportunity to thank you once again for the opportunity. But let me also note that it is only until you swore him in that our colleague, Honorable James Gyakye Quayson, swore the oath of allegiance, and not when he filed his nomination at the Electoral Commission. That should be noted by all stakeholders of state. So, Speaker, I urge the government to listen to the good people of Asin North and do the right thing. I urge you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, before I invite the majority leader, the leader of the House, to also say a word, my attention has been drawn to the fact that the Central Regional Chairman of the NDC, Professor Aseju, together with other members of the Central Regional Executives are here, and the executives, constituency executives of Asin North, they are also present. Now, it is the turn of the majority leader to welcome and congratulate the honourable member.
Mr. Speaker, on the occasion of the election, not re-election, on the occasion of the election of James Gyakye Quayson. Because, Mr. Speaker, the Supreme Court has ruled that his own swearing in on January 7th, 2021 was an anomaly and indeed was null and void. So people should appreciate the import of the Constitution that we have all sworn to uphold. Mr. Speaker, in swearing him in, you run him through the oath, and he swore an oath, Mr. Speaker, to uphold, preserve, and protect the Constitution. All of us have sworn to do that. Mr. Speaker, the eligibility and qualification criteria for members of Parliament are set out in Article 94 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, the tenure of office of members of Parliament are also provided for.
Honourable members, this is a very important occasion. Please, listen to the majority leader.
Speaker, as I said, the tenure of office of members of Parliament is also provided for under Article 97(1), which every member has sworn to uphold. Of particular importance, Mr. Speaker, is Article 97(1)(e), which provides a member of Parliament shall vacate his seat in Parliament if any circumstances arise such that if he were not a member of Parliament would cause him to be disqualified or be ineligible for election under Article 94 of this Constitution. Mr. Speaker, if this provision comes to be applied, nobody from a true conscience can say that this is persecution or selective justice. Let us respect the Constitution that all of us are sworn to uphold. Selectivity would be when you elect to apply in piecemeal the entirety of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, so people should understand and appreciate the import of this Constitution. And when it comes to be applied, it is not selective justice. Mr. Speaker, examples are bound in this House. We witnessed the appearance and disappearance of the Honorable Samuel Nyimaka. Article 97 was applied. He appeared and had to disappear. The Honorable the secondly. He appeared and disappeared. Article 97 came to be applied. So, Mr. Speaker, when we have people talking about selective justice, we wonder where they are coming from. We have decided, indeed, committed ourselves to uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic. Mr. Speaker, I hear my colleague say that some political party was engaged in the distribution of cash. Some political party. Mr. Speaker, I also witnessed some political party distributing machetes, insecticides, and warranty boots. If you are talking about corrupting the voters, liability also can be expressed. Be truthful to yourself and your conscience. our colleague, he entered this house, rightly or wrongly, but he cultivated friends whilst his stay here lasted. The Speaker, I'm not sure that anybody can say that Gyakye is an enemy to him. We may disagree on a few things, but I believe that across the political divide, he made so many friends. But Mr. Speaker, I believe the NDC want to believe that what victory that our colleague has chalked, and indeed we must congratulate him. The NDC want to believe that this is a peak victory that would hurt the pride of the MPP, as the minority leader has alluded to. Of course, on the other hand, we, the parliamentary group of the MPP, also believe that this is a momentary victory of phantasmal character that certainly may not last. But, Mr. Speaker, that is the choice of the people of Assin North, and everybody must respect that whilst it lasts. The rest of it is in the hands of the Attorney General. Mr. Speaker, the rest of it, as we move from here, is in the hands of the Attorney General. Whilst he remains here, we can only embrace him as a member of Parliament, welcome him here to be part of the fraternity whilst it lasts. Mr. Speaker, so on behalf of the majority, let me welcome him and hope that he will be able to discharge his functions to his constituents whilst it lasts. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much.
Maneva na sema Pendream TV. Pendream TV de osia dem yopo